Assalamualaikum. Testing, testing. Can you hear me, guys?
Loud and clear.
Nice. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Uh, Welcome to the briefing on English exit tests. And basically, this is just a disclaimer. Okay, not really. Basically, announcement so that, okay, English exit test is for degree students only. So if you are diploma students, then you may just take this information as an extra information, but basically the knowledge is meant for the degree students only. All right. So first of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming for this session. Okay, Pak Sarila maybe. All right. Okay, but no worries. But and also congratulations. Okay. Becoming UiTM students, yeah, UiTM di hatiku, insyaAllah, for life. All right, so I'm gonna basically do a very brief briefing, okay, on EET 699. Okay, that will be English exit test, and it is for the degree students only. Okay, so what is the objective of having the English exit test? Okay, there are basically two objectives. The first one is to gauge your English language readiness for the workplace. Okay, we want to make sure that the degree students are basically prepared, okay, to be joining their potential workplace once they graduate. Okay, so you will be placed according to the levels. Okay, and the levels are the CEFR levels. And by now, I believe all of you are very familiar with the word or the term CEFR or CEFR levels. Okay, so basically that will be the first objective. And the second one, okay, and the more important one, basically, all right, is to ensure that you graduate. All right, for degree students, your entrance basically you have to enter with a MUET grade because it is a Malaysian university entrance test. But to graduate from UiTM, you have to sit for this EET, right? Without EET, you will not graduate from UiTM. Okay, so please take note. All right, but not to be so worried. Okay, EET is much simpler. Okay, it is not as difficult as MUET personally. Okay, all right. So let's look at the details. So who are going to be taking the English exit test? Right. Okay, so basically all of you, the degree students. So if you are degree students now, okay, you must keep in mind that you will have to sit for the English exit test later, not in semester one. Last semester, we had a few cases, a few incidents, meaning part one students registered for the EET. Basically, you will not be sitting for the test. So make sure that you do not register for the test yet. Okay, wait until your final semester. Okay, all right, because why? That is when you are recommended to take your EET. So you are supposed to be taking your EET, your English exit test, in the final semester of your student life on campus. What does it mean? All right, it basically means that, okay, you have to take the exam in your final semester. And the first condition is if your final semester actually is the internship, so you have to take the semester, okay, the semester before your internship. Okay, you have to take the test when you are still on campus. Okay, the second condition is without internship. The first condition is before your if your program is without internship. The second one is if you have internship, you have to take this the test before you leave for internship. The reason is the test will be done face to face, online. Okay, it is during PKP, during MCO, we did the test online, but now everything has to be done on campus. So we have, number one, we have online face-to-face, meaning you have to record your responses for speaking tests, okay, online, but it has to be done on campus. And the second one, okay, the second one is the second one is the right. Let me check. I'm having problem here with the coverage. So sorry. Right. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm so sorry. I mean, bad internet connection. Right. So test. Okay. I will discuss the test later. But basically, the two tests will be, one is online face-to-face. You have to do it at the computer lab on campus, and the second one is face-to-face writing session during the final exam. So that is why you have to take it while you are still on campus. If your final semester is basically, if you are not having internship, so you have to do it in the final semester of your academic year, all right? If your program requires an internship, so you have to do it maybe the second last semester, okay, before you leave for your internship. Okay, right? I hope that is clear. So how much do you have to pay for the test? Okay, all right, it's just a fee of 25 ringgit. Okay, right? Only 25 ringgit. How do you prepare for the test? Okay, just like MUET, there's no what we call physical class. There will be no lessons for EET. Everything is self-directed. And fortunately, a lot of materials are available online. Okay, so if you can Google now, you can already see a lot of things available online. It can be on YouTube as well as in Google. Okay, you can see the sample format, the sample questions. You can also see a lot of videos being done commenting on English exit tests. All right, and supposedly, okay, you guys, okay, when you have reached the final semester or the final year of your studies, your lessons of the other English courses should have prepared you for EET. Okay, right? Because I will show you, all right? Okay, right? Because why? The first element of EET will be the EET speaking, right? So EET speaking is a computer-based test. The input, okay, basically the questions or the prompts, okay, will be given through your PC, basically, at the computer lab. Okay, right? So what is the purpose of doing EET speaking? Is to assess your speaking readiness for the workplace. Okay, all right. The context of the speaking would be semi-formal as well as formal workplace situation. Okay, all right. Samples would be, for example, okay, what do we mean by semi-formal and formal? Because why? You are going to basically respond to basically an email, for example, from a friend, and you have to respond verbally to that particular input. Okay, that will be the first part. The second part, you will be involved. Okay, you'll be involved in what we call an interview setting. All right, preparing for your future interviews. So we want to check whether you are ready or not. Okay, so you will be given 3 questions, and normally the questions are related to the questions that are commonly asked in your interviews, right? And finally, okay, so the final part of the speaking test would be asking you, okay, to deliver a speech or a talk, all right, to a group of people, right? Because these are the things that you'll be doing in your workplace later. So we want to check whether you have the ability or not. And all the elements that will be tested will be taught earlier. Okay, before you sit for the English exit test, you will have to undergo several English language proficiency courses. Okay, so you will be given the teaching on how to do presentation, public speaking, doing reports, doing academic writing, critical reading, whatsoever, to prepare you for all this. So it should not be a problem. Okay, but if you get used to the samples available online, then you can definitely achieve better. Okay, right? So this is what I have just elaborated to you. Okay, there will be 3 parts, parts 1, part 2, and part 3. Okay, the first one is the conversation. Okay, job interview and oral presentation. All right, very simple, 5 questions. Maximum number of minutes would be about 20 minutes, 90 minutes, that's it, 18 to 20 minutes tops, right? Next, you have writing, okay? To assess your writing abilities, okay, preparing you for your workplace environment, workplace setting. Okay, you will have 2 tasks. Task number 1, okay, you have to respond to an email. Okay, is a general email. It's not work related, but more of a what we call casual email. Okay, and you only write your response in 150 words. To some of you, peanuts, kacang sangat, 150 words. All right, that will be task number 1, the first part of writing. The second part of writing is basically responding to an assigned work-based task in about 250 words. Okay, you will be given instructions. For example, what are the causes of unemployment and what are the ways to minimize unemployment? So normally the questions of the writing are the questions is basically 2 parts. Okay, the first part is normally on the reasons why something happened, and the second part is how to solve the problem. Okay, another example would be what can basically you learn from your what we call internship, all right, and how to further improve or basically make your experience better when you do your internship. So you have to respond to both parts of the questions, okay? And definitely the classes that you have before EET will prepare you for the writing test. So altogether, there will be 2 tests. Okay, EET writing is about 1.5 hours. Okay, a very short one. So what would be the outcome of EET? Okay, you always want to know how good or how bad you are. So that's why we have the test. Okay, right? So we talk about the objective to gauge your readiness for the workplace situation later. So again, you are going to be classified according to the SAFER levels. You have C1, C2, you have B1, B2, A1, A2. So the highest level of proficient level would be C2. The lowest would be A1, basic user. Okay, but seriously speaking, all right, you do not have to worry about these grades because these grades will not affect your CGPA. Okay, EET is just a passing condition. You need to sit for the test and you will graduate. That's it. It will not be affecting your CGPA. Okay, right? This is just an additional information informing you of the levels that you are at when it comes to English language proficiency. Okay, all right. So don't be so anxious about EET. All right, just go through the programs. I mean, for every program or every course, you've got your plan pengajian, your academic plan. And for every academic plan, you've got your English lessons that you have to go through. Hopefully, those lessons will prepare you for your EET. Okay? Not to be so worried. All you have to do is pay 25 ringgit in your final semester or in your final year and sit for the test. You will graduate, inshallah. Okay? So no worries, yeah? So best of luck. That is all from me regarding English exit test. Do you have any questions? Any question for me? Yes? Adha. Okay. English exit test. You only take that test in your final year. No earlier than your final year. If you have a total of 6 semesters, okay, you do it in your 6th semester. It is recommended to do it in the 6th semester. But if your 6th semester happens to be an internship semester, you do it the semester before, which is semester 5. Yes. Okay, Adha? Okay, Zahiro, can we retake the test? No, we do not want you to retake the test. Why? You sit for the test, you will pass. Because why? MUET and EET, it is not about passing or basically failing whatsoever. It's just placing you at a certain level, okay? And as for EET, it is just a graduating requirement. You sit for the test, and if you get 1 out of 600, for example, okay, if you only score A1, you still graduate. If you score C2, you still graduate. So there's no need for retake unless you did not come for the test. Okay? If you pay, if you have registered and you did not come for the test, then you have to retake the test. Okay, but if you have taken the test, you will definitely graduate. All right? Okay, thank you, Zahira. Okay, Haziq? Yes. It is compulsory, Zahir. Sorry, Haziq. It is compulsory, okay, for graduating student, not semester, not year 1 or year 2, right? Normally, if you have 3-year program, so you do it in your 3rd year, right? Haziq, okay, I hope I've answered Haziq. Muhammad Hazim, mandatory, yes, mandatory, okay? Unless you want to be truly UiTM di hatiku, you can stay here and you do not want to leave the campus, all right? Because without EET, you will not graduate. So it is mandatory to take the EET. Okay. And Muhammad Irfan, okay. No, failing is only if you do not turn up for the test. If you take the test, you will be placed according to the SAFER levels, one of the 6 levels, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Either one of them, but you will never fail. Okay. Okay, Irfan? Right. Iqbal, I think that question about the Google form, I think maybe Iqbal Can you take note of that, Mr. Iqbal? Yeah, permission. All right, thank you. Any other questions? All right, wait until your final year, final semester, okay? All right, any other questions? All right, definitely we'll be meeting you guys when the semester comes. It could be this semester or the following semester. Madam Azira, Miss Yang, or myself, okay? Wishing you guys the best of luck, right? So enjoy your stay in UiTM around, enjoy your English lessons, have fun with the language, and don't forget, okay, to participate in the English programs that we'll be planning for you guys. Like last semester, we had the English Olympiad last semester. Okay, last year we had the international level competition. It's called English Olympiad, held at UiTM Shah Alam. Miss Yang was one of the teachers chaperoning our participants. Right. So we have language carnivals. We have drama competitions, inshallah. So just make full use of all these opportunities to further enhance, to further improve your English language proficiency, especially the communication. All right, right. Don't be so worried about ET. All right, and enjoy your life, guys. Assalamualaikum. Thank you so much for coming. That will be all from me.